One last one right here. Trump administration cancels $400 million in federal dollars for Columbia University. The Trump administration says it has canceled $400 million in federal grants and contracts to Columbia University over what it described as the school's failure to police anti-Semitism on campus. The cancellation was announced Friday in a joint statement from the Department of Justice, Department of Health, and Department of Human Services, and Department of Education as well, and the U.S. General Services Administration. The decision was carried out, the statement said, due to the school's continued inaction in the face of persistent harassment of Jewish students. It's unclear what programs at the school may be affected by the cancellation. The statement said the funding pullback was the first round of action and that additional cancellations are expected to follow. The government also said Columbia holds more than $5 billion in federal grant commitments. In review of NPR, Columbia spokesperson said the school was reviewing the announcement and pledged to work with the federal government to restore Columbia's federal funding. We take Columbia's legal obligations seriously and understand how serious this announcement is and are committed to combating anti-Semitism and ensuring the safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff. To me, this sounds like extortion. It sounds like the government's getting involved in higher learning and trying to guide the way that higher learning, all education. It's just what it sounds like to me.
Sounds like DEI to me.
I mean, it just sounds. I mean, to me, when you're telling a person, hey, you're not protecting these Jewish students as good as you should have be protecting them. I feel like they're probably some of the most protected people anywhere in the world, anywhere they are.
Think about it. You say something bad about them. Oh, you're anti-Semitic. But like, bro, you're out here touching little kids in Hollywood.
They're shutting down everybody. They're shutting down they shut down all kinds of stuff. I mean, they shut down Kanye. They shut down anybody who speaks about it.
They tried to shut down Kanye.
At any given time, he ended up working himself out of it. Which was, you know.
You can't look. Kanye said, I'm uncancelable. You can't cancel me.
But at the end of the day, man, this sounds like the federal government is now dictating what schools should and should not be doing. This is higher learning. This is some of the most. We see who the Republicans care about. They don't even care about education. They rather get rid of the education department, rather get rid of school lunches for kids, all kinds of programs for kids, for seniors, for people who are not as privileged as they are easily. But now they're in our education department, our schools of higher learning, trying to sway them into what they should be talking about and what they should be doing.
You remember Mike Johnson got up on he left and got up on the steps like, y'all need to stop this. That because you're protesting a genocide. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that are doing the genocide are somehow a super protected class here in America for no other reason than that they have money.
That they spend money with AIPAC. Let's just be real. Let's look at it like this. So basically, the federal government understands what's going to come next. The schools are going to be who really goes after Trump for his agenda. Whatever his agenda may be, whether it's going in here and it's killing even more people in Gaza, whatever your agenda is normally the kids that lead the way. They're the ones who step out first and start protesting. They don't want to see that. They want to make it so they can run on these campuses, beat these kids, treat them however they want to, you know, and then tell they're like, no more face masks either. Why? So you can start telling them they're not going to get jobs and treat people like however you want to treat them. This is actually what Netanyahu and those guys said. They don't want our kids to be able to wear face masks during protests. Remember they drove around trucks with their faces on the side of them, trying to show out, oh, these kids don't give them jobs anywhere. Not only that, there was another guy too. I think it was Bill Ackman. Came out and said, hey, we should have the names of everyone who protested so we can make sure they don't get jobs on Wall Street because you guys have businesses in this country. I don't care. I mean, if your allegiance is to Israel, go to Israel. Deal with that. Period. Don't come in our country telling us who you're not going to give jobs to. Just as quickly as other places have gotten you out of there, we should start looking towards who's right for our country and who's wrong. I'm not saying if they're citizens, they're citizens, but if they're using their citizenship illegally in this country to try and sway who should be able to go to school, who should be able to protest, speak their mind, then that's a problem. We should look into that. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. And with that, folks, we're going to see you next time. This is Uncommon Courtesy. Once again.